The Trump administration is set to announce a ban on flavored e-cigarette cartridges. White House officials tell CNBC that menthol and tobacco flavors will be exempt and that the new ban won't apply to tank vaping systems that are commonly found at vape shops. It's an effort to try and curb teen vaping. Analysts say that the sweet and fruity flavors represented about 80% of retail store e-cigarette sales in 2019. President Trump is expected to formally make that announcement tomorrow. But joining us right now to talk about the ban and some big unanswered questions is Dr. Scott Gottlieb. He is the former FDA commissioner. He's also a CNBC contributor and a board member at Pfizer. And Scott, it's great to see you.
Thanks a lot.
So we've been talking about this for a long time. You have been an advocate of making sure these flavors got banned. But what happened with menthol? Is that a step back from the White House?
Well, look, it's a modest step. It's going to have an impact. But I think we're really going to be dependent upon Tobacco 21, the new age restrictions, really to try to quell this youth epidemic. Because what the policy they announced effectively freezes the market as it is. Juul, the market leader and the #1 product used by kids, already pulled all their flavors off the market. This ban just affects the cartridge-based products, so products like Juul and Vuse and Enjoy. And effectively what's going to happen now is Enjoy and Vuse with their Ace device, Enjoy with their Alto device, actually I think that's backwards, they're now going to have to pull their flavored pods like Juul did.
You, for a long time, had said that menthol probably shouldn't be there either, right?
Right.
Menthol should also get pulled. What happened? What's behind the scenes?
Well, look, I think the issue with the menthol is people worry about adult smokers using combustible products that are mentholated and not having the option to switch to a non-combustible product to an e-cigarette. So you want to leave the menthol on the market as an option for adult smokers. I think the issue that we need to remember is this just affects the cartridge-based products. So when you go into a convenience store, if you're a kid, you're still going to be able to find loose e-liquids, flavored e-liquids. What we sought to do in March of 2019 was withdraw all the flavored products from the convenience stores where the kids are getting access to those products. This is still going to leave the flavored e-liquids in little bottles in those stores.
Explain that to me. I don't understand that. So they're banning e-cigarette cartridges, but not the
liquids.
Not the liquids.
Right.
So kids could still go in, buy this, get access to it?
That's right. So what's happening now, if you go on YouTube...
Not just menthol, that's any flavor.
Right, any flavor. So if you go on YouTube, you'll see how-to videos on how to basically refill these pods with flavored e-liquids that you can buy in stores. So one option was to withdraw the liquids entirely, all the flavored liquids from the convenience stores where kids are getting them, and just segregate them to the adult-only vaping shops.
Yeah, you've never had a problem with the vaping shops, right? Because they are pretty careful about who they let in the door.
Some of them, most of them. I mean, they have a better record on the whole than the convenience stores. And I think with the new age restrictions at Tobacco 21, now they're going to be able to card up to 21. So that will help them keep kids out of those stores. It's really the convenience stores. You have to reduce the access and appeal of these products to kids. The appeal is the form and factor of Juul, the high nicotine buzz, but also the flavors. The access is through the convenience stores and also the social buying in the high schools, the 18-year-olds buying them for 16-year-olds. That's why Tobacco 21 is so important. One of the unanswered questions about this policy is how will it treat disposable e-cigarettes? So something called puff bars is becoming very popular among kids right now. Juul is the most popular product, but Puff Bars is gaining on Juul. These are fully disposable e-cigarettes made in China, basically single-use items. I'm not sure how this policy is going to treat that, because it talks about cartridge-based products.
Why do you think the restrictions are getting watered down from what the president had initially announced?
Well, the reports are that there were political concerns about the impact on vaping stores. And look, I too was sympathetic to the vaping stores because I do think that adult smokers are using the open tank products to convert off of combustible tobacco. So you want to provide some option for adults, right, to stop smoking. But, you know, I would have been, frankly, more aggressive on the pod-based products and withdrawing them all from the market. I think Juul, Vuse, Enjoy, those should come off the market entirely. I don't think, given the youth use, they have enough redeeming public health value.
Are they bad actors? Did they intentionally go after this youth market and try to get kids addicted to nicotine?
Well, certainly when you look at Juul's historical practices, I believe so. I think there were historical practices that targeted those products to kids. They've cleaned that up, but the damage has been done. This gained fashion among children.
Where do we stand right now in terms of the addiction problem with kids who are getting addicted to nicotine and getting addicted to inhaling things into their lungs?
It's growing. Look, and kids are also now vaping THC, the active ingredient in cannabis, because we've sort of popularized the notion of vaping vaping liquids altogether. Look, 2018, you saw a 78% increase. 2019, the data showed another 30% increase of youth use on top of that. So fully a third, almost a third of all kids are now using some form of nicotine vaping product.
Kids age, what age?
Under the age of 18. Will it go up again in 2020? If they can make rapid implementation of Tobacco 21, that's our best hope for stopping this epidemic. If they rapidly implement that and enforce it, hopefully you can get this to level off and maybe decline in 2020, because the restrictions on the flavors that they put in place basically just freezes the market as it is. It's a real boon to Juul, because it forces Juul's competitors to now conform to what Juul already did. So this helps Juul quite a bit. They'll gain market share as a result of this policy.
You think this policy is toothless, though, in terms of trying to stop the addiction?
I think it's incremental. I think the biggest impact right now is going to be from Tobacco 21. You could have gone further. They chose to take a step back. You know, it will take Enjoy and Vuse and some of the other products that are gaining market share, like puff bars, hopefully off of the market in flavored forms that are attractive to kids. But Juul still owns the kid market. 60% of all kids who are vaping are using Juul.
You say they've stopped their bad practices. But if 60% of the kids are using Juul, what should that company actually be doing to try and make sure that its products are not ending up in kids' hands?
Well, I think it should come off the market. I mean, when you have a single product that has that high of a violation rate, they've demonstrated they can't control access to their product, and they should come off the market. There's a regulatory basis to do that. So they could have taken selective action against Juul, in my opinion, and had the legal basis to do that. They could have taken selective action against all the pod-based products as a category and pulled them all off the market and just left the open tank systems on the market. They chose to do what they did, presumably, if you believe the reports, which is just ban the flavored cartridges that go in those products. That will have an impact. It will be incremental. It's not going to have a significant impact on the market, because really all you're affecting is Vuse and Enjoy and some of these niche products like puff bars.